Welcome to a new series I'm calling McNew Review, and today we're going to be reviewing Zoda's Revenge for the NES system. Zoda's Revenge Star Tropics 2, a video game that was released only in North America on March 15th, 1994. It was developed and published by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System as the sequel to the 1990 game Star Tropics. It was the second to last first-party game released on the NES, Wario's Woods being the last, and the final game developed by Nintendo exclusively for the NES. You know, come to think of it, this game, it has a save state. And, you know, really back then, you didn't really come around games on the NES that had save states. Because the first ever video game to ever have a save state for a console was for the NES. It was The Legend of Zelda, the original. So, having a save state is a pretty cool thing to have. One of the cool features of Zoda's Revenge Star Tropics 2 is that this game cartridge actually has batteries inside of it for the save states, which was pretty odd to think about back then, because why would you need batteries inside a game cartridge if it's just the motherboard that hooks up to the console? Well, in order to save the state, you needed batteries for that to happen in the motherboard. Alright, let's go ahead and start playing this game. Here we are, Zoda's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. The title's got a hand pointing up to Zoda. I wonder what that means. If you haven't already pressed the start button, it takes you to an introduction of what the characters' names are and where they come from, what they're doing. Yeah, a whole bunch of weird stuff. Then the game finally starts and you come across this guy named Mike, acting like you guys know each other, and if you know his uncle. Then he starts to say, maybe you should read the manual to understand. Like, kids these days would not have the manual for this kind of game. And then this head pops up right next to Mike's shoulder, saying, Mike, can you hear me? Then Mike says, whoa, Micah, where are you? And he's just looking around like there's not a floating head right next to him. She says, Mike, answer the phone. Just kidding, I'm using telepathy. What? How is this floating head using telepathy? So now after that, we see Mike's uncle sitting at a table, and he's not answering until Mike yells at him. Then his uncle goes on talking about, what was it, a cat I saw or a rat I saw? And then he asks you if he saw it or not. Like, how could you know if somebody saw something that you weren't even there for? So now after that weird conversation, we're confronted with a book, and he asks you to read it. He tells you to read the ciphers, so you start saying the verses, and nothing happens at first, but then you re-say it, and then something happens. The book starts to flash like it's having a seizure. His uncle's telling him to stop. The book starts opening and flips the pages on its own, and then lands on a page and then stops, and then Mike gets sucked into this weird portal or whatever. Then this screen will come up saying that it's saving your current state. And just like that, we are now on to chapter 2. So now at this point of the game, we can finally walk around and actually play the game. Mike kind of talks to himself for a second, saying that it's like kind of being in a sci-fi movie. Right when you first start walking, you come across this guy who says there are many holes ahead. Let me tell you, these holes are pretty hard to get by, and if you hit one, you're going straight down. Here we are at the home of the holes. Okay, so here we go, we hit one now. So it drops us down into this like mini game type of thing. Okay, right there, you see that? It looks like a pile of beans. You pick it up and you can shoot the animals now. It only takes 2 hits of those bullets to destroy the animals. Okay, so now that that's done, we can go on to the next stage and we can get out of this hole. Oh, what? Another hole? Oh, okay, here we go again. Okay, so it's the same thing as before. You get the beans or whatever they are and you destroy the animals. Extra heart, let's go. Oh, a door opened. Now these right here, you have to fight a bear and it takes a lot of bullets, so you gotta save them. It's kind of like a mini boss fight, Ugh, come on. Okay, so now that we've destroyed him, another door will open, and that'll give us another escape route out of here. Okay, so now that we're out of here, I don't think we're gonna hit any more Oh, come on! Oh, okay. Third time's the charm, I guess. Same level from before. Okay, door opens. Let's go fight this boss. Come here, you stupid bear. Take that. Okay, let's get out of here now. Okay, so now that that's done, we can continue with the game. And now it looks like we're going into a cave.